say hello to Kate Moody.
Hi, Francois.
Doctors on strike, but it's not in France. It's in the UK.
No, it's not. And it's for the second time this year. This is part of an ongoing dispute with the UK government about weekend work and pay. Now, some doctors did show up to provide basic emergency cover, but many scheduled operations were cancelled. Tika Laurent has the details.
The NHS should be all yours.
From singing in a choir to honking cars and free CPR lessons, striking doctors pulled out all the stops to draw the government's attention. Thousands of junior doctors walked off the job in the second strike this year. They only provided emergency cover and forced nearly 3,000 scheduled operations to be cancelled. At the heart of the long-running dispute, government changes that would remove weekend bonuses. It's part of government plans to ensure quality medical care on the weekends as well as the weekdays, but doctors say they're already overworked.
What the new imposition of a contract might provide is the removal of some of the safeguards that we have for our hours. So the trusts are no longer penalised for working as over prolonged periods of time, the end of which will be tired and therefore dangerous.
Doctors currently receive overtime if they work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. during the week and any weekend work. Last year, the government proposed an across-the-board 11% pay rise in exchange for removing this premium rate during the day on Saturdays. The proposed changes would affect 55,000 junior doctors, a vast group of medical professionals studying to become consultants or specialists, who make up about one-third of the medical workforce. Britain's National Health Service provides free health care and has been protected from the austerity cuts of David Cameron's government. But the system has come under pressure as an aging British population demand increasingly costly treatments.
Janet Yellen has warned that global risks could hamper growth of the U.S. economy and impact the pace of interest rate hikes there. The head of the U.S. Federal Reserve said the Chinese economic slowdown was of particular concern. In her first public comments since a historic rate hike in December, Yellen told U.S. lawmakers that there was no preset course for future rises and that they would come more slowly if the economy disappoints.
Ongoing employment gains and faster wage growth should support the growth of real incomes and therefore consumer spending. And global economic growth should pick up over time, supported by highly accommodative monetary policies abroad. Against this backdrop, the committee expects that with gradual adjustments in the stance of monetary policy, economic activity will expand at a moderate pace in coming years and that labor market indicators will continue to strengthen. As is always the case, the economic outlook is uncertain.
That testimony on Capitol Hill gave a boost to European markets as they closed. The DAX and CAC 40 each jumping about 1.5%. Banking stocks also rallied following sharp declines in recent sessions. Germany's Deutsche Bank closed up 10% on a report that it's considering buying back several billion euros of its debt to calm concerns about its future. Wall Street is also trending higher. Oil prices are still quite volatile, jumping after U.S. stockpiles dropped. The tech sector is doing particularly well, pushing the Nasdaq to lead gains, up about 1.5% there. Finally, the bank HSBC is being sued by the families of several U.S. citizens killed by Mexican drug cartels. The plaintiffs believe that the bank can be held liable for allowing the groups to launder billions of dollars in drug trafficking money. HSBC already paid nearly $2 billion in penalties in 2012 to settle charges that it had failed to stop drug money from flowing through its branches in Mexico. It vowed then to fix the problems, but it appears they haven't done quite enough to satisfy these families. Francois.
All right, many thanks, Kate Moody. We'll have more business news coming up later.